Sorry for being late for a few minutes. Actually, I'm doing my breakfast. So now my topic is essay writing. Before this, I was speaking in Pashto. I'm also doing my breakfast, so sorry for. Meanwhile, the friends are joining, so I'll be doing my breakfast and talking to you. Who can write the definition of essay? What is essay? Please write the definition. What is essay? Because everything we start from definitions. Good morning. Thank you very much. Write definition of essay. What is essay? Write the definition of essay, please. I want to see who write the better definition, the best definition of essay writing. Thank you, Ulfat. Write the definition of essay. Yeah, the world is strange. I'm doing my breakfast and you are going to sleep. This is why the world is round. Paragraph likhna. Look, Salimi. Are you a CSS candidate? He says that essay is paragraph likhna. What is essay? No, I'm talking about the definition, not the etymology. What is essay? A short piece of writing about any particular subject. But there can be many, short writings. Precise writing in which author have owns argument or opinion. No, Aisha Gul. Your author has and have. Yeah, but first define essay. Writing of views, opinion, thoughts. No, these are ambiguous. These are vague things, not clear. Tell me a comprehensive definition of essay. Muhammad Shehzad Akram, analytic interpret literary composition is called essay. Yes, half true. An attempt or effort of writing on a particular subject. No, Shehzad Ali Mehman, no. A literary composition on a specific subject or topic. Half true, yes. Aisha Jabin. Essay is analytical and literal. What is literal? Saeed Usama. Please be specific. What is essay? Rudawa Khan. A piece of writing gives writer's own arguments. What kind of piece of writing? What piece of writing? There can be many pieces of writing. Why essay? I didn't find a comprehensive definition of essay. Analytical and creative writing. Not any analytical and creative writing is called essay. No. Presenting your own stance on facts and figures. No, Mubashir Shah. No facts and figures in essay writing. No. Fazal Karim Mia, you are my manager of press writing, a very active manager, and you say a short literal. non-systematic piece of writing in one's own words. But literal, is it correct? Literal. Is it literal or literary? Chaudhry Abdullah Salim, you are writing the etymology, the origin of the word essay. I'm asking you definition of essay. What is essay? There is a difference between literal and literary. Fazal Karim Mia. Is it literal or literary? You know, our problem is that we people don't understand the basics and we want to write essay. Writing essay is the most difficult thing in composition. Good, Sayyid Osama Gilani, a short literary composition on a particular theme or subject, usually in prose and generally analytic, speculative or interpretative. Good, very good, but again half. Gilani, your definition is comprehensive, but something is still lacking. I don't see any you know, it is not spelling mistake, Fazal Karim Mia. You are manager of the Pressy and composition group, please. It is not spelling mistake. There is a hell of difference between literal and literary. A lot of difference. You can't call it spelling mistake. I don't like people who are like lame excuses. I want to see you. The managers of my groups, they must be CSP. This is my challenge. If you are like this, so then what else will do? I won't tell. I want to see, because already in the essay group, I have written this thing and I have delivered 4 lectures on essay writing. And today we don't know what is essay. A short literary composition on a particular theme or subject, usually in prose and generally analytic, speculative. Rudaba Khan. Yes, but you are copying somebody else, or you might have copied from somewhere. A short literary composition of an analytical, interpretive, or reflective kind, dealing with a subject in non-technical, limited, often unsystematic way, and usually expressive of the author's outlook and personality. Suhail Shahwani. You are a strange man. I have never met you, but you are. This is the person who had written a correct definition, comprehensive definition, Suhail Shahwani. And he is the admin of our essay group, Essay with Naeem Khan group. You are the only admin that I am 100% satisfied. Along with Zainab. Zainab is also doing great. And that's why our essay group is, you know, we have more than 1,000 members. And in future, I will deliver today in the Pashto lecture, I also felt that there were many people that don't understand Pashto, and I was speaking in Pashto language. And there are many people on my timeline who are not interested in essay writing. So our next lecture will be interactive activity, but in the essay group. There I will come online and we will discuss, not here on my timeline. This is my last lecture on my timeline, because many other people, they're not interested. I have like 5,000 friends and 3,000-4,000 followers. So all of them are not essay writers. Okay, Shahwani, Suhail, yes, please read his definition. That is the correct definition. This is the definition which I have given, and this is the definition from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. How many times I have repeated it? Do you have Webster dictionary at your home? Third College Webster Dictionary. W-E-B-S-T-E-R. Webster. Third College Edition Webster Dictionary. You people must have it at your home, online, maybe digital, or maybe in paper. So this definition is taken from the Webster Dictionary. A short literary composition of an analytical, interpretive, or reflective kind, dealing with its subject in a non-technical, limited, often unsystematic way, and usually expressive of the author's outlook and personality. I have repeatedly emphasized that if you understand this definition, then you will be a very good essay writer. Number one, short. It is not a book. Number two, literary. Literary means that essay is not chemistry. Essay is not current affairs. Essay is not Pakistan affairs. Essay is not Islamiyat. Essay is not biology. Essay is literature. Compose, coherence, and it must be coherent and cohesive. Cohesive and coherent. And ideas coherent and cohesive physically. Composition, because this is composition, composed, well composed. It cannot be like one going there and here. We have talked too much that what is essay writing, but we are still not good essay writers. So today I copied and pasted some important articles in the essay group. Please read those articles and know it first and then understand it. What is the difference between knowledge and understanding? Knowledge is you know something. Understanding is that you can use it. When you use something, so then that is called. I will focus my 5 minutes on this definition, then we will go ahead. So short means, some people ask me the size of an essay writing. So size mean if somebody asks you that you should have to write 3,000 words, then you have to write 3,000 words. It may be 3,010, 20 or 2,090, but it should be around 3,000. The technical way is that when you write a line in your paper, in the number of lines in the page, you multiply, if the number of lines are 10 and the words in each line are 10 on average basis, so 10 by 10, 100 words you have in one page. So how many pages you should have now? That is the size. It should be short because it is not a thesis. It is not a book. Essay is not a thesis writing. Essay is not a book. This is short. Literary. Number two is literary. Literary means that it must have figures of speech. When you go for the parts of speech, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, these are for the primary students. For the essay writer, you need figures of speech. Simile, metaphor, personification. This makes your language literary. Composition, I already told, it must be coherent and cohesive. Okay, the first introductory paragraph, the last sentence is usually thesis statement. So thesis statement is the topic sentence of the first paragraph. Try to understand this thing technically. Thesis statement is only one sentence in the whole essay. Topic sentence is in each paragraph. So in each paragraph, the thesis statement is its topic sentence. So we have the topic, number one, and then we have our argument, our point. I will be coming now to some examples later. So then I will tell you how to do, but theoretically it must be clear to you that thesis statement is the topic in your own words plus your argument. For example, the topic sentence is if the life gives you lemons and you have to make lemonade. This is the topic. So you can change a little wording of the topic, that if there are lemons in your life, problems in your life, so you have to take advantage of the adversity, and I will discuss, there must not, don't write that I will discuss, but for me adversity is an opportunity to prove my worth. So this is thesis statement. Topic plus your argument. What way you will go? Before the thesis statement, in the introductory paragraph, you can write pros and cons. You can write pros and cons, both. When you reach the final stage of the introductory paragraph, in the thesis statement, there you write your argument. This is why some people say that we should start from the thesis statement. You cannot start from the thesis statement, because then you don't have any room to talk pros and cons, arguments in the favor and arguments against the topic. So in the introduction, in the introductory paragraph, you can write whatever you want. Once you reach to the thesis statement, so you stop there. Now, in the coming paragraphs, you have to discuss your argument. You have to discuss your point. You have to discuss your point of view, your standpoint in the coming paragraphs. Now you cannot go against the topic, or you cannot come in the favor of the topic. Thesis statement, that is the bridge. Now you have crossed the river. Till the thesis statement, you have the leeway. You have the space that you can write whatever you want. You are introducing the topic. So when you are introducing the topic, so you have to introduce it not from your point of view, but from the world point of view. What the world says about this topic. The world may be in the favor of it, world may be in against it. So you write both. Now you reach to the thesis statement, which is your the topic in your own words plus your argument. You make it one sentence of these two. That is the last sentence of the introductory paragraph. Now you start the body. And in the body, your each paragraph, maybe the first sentence, maybe in the middle, maybe the last one, but in each paragraph, there must be one thesis statement, and to that thesis statement we call topic sentence. That sentence then explains what you will write in that paragraph. And so, you continue, and then you reach to the conclusion. In conclusion, you again refer to the thesis statement, and then you give the concluding remarks. This is the format, the usual format. Now, the flesh, the meat, how you will put in this skeleton. This skeleton is the outlines. Today, I wrote a very, very good article there. I copied a very good article, 2 articles are the outlines, how to make outlines. Outlines is the skeleton, that is the body, and you are putting flesh in your essay on each bones structure. You are writing your own arguments. So there are 2 ways. If you are in the examination hall, and in the examination hall the examiner asks you that you must write outlines. So in Pakistan, usually the culture of diagram is not there, because you can make outlines in 2 ways. One is the diagram, and the other is the usual outline structures that you write main sentence, then you write 1, 2, 3. I have given a structure there in the essay group, how to write it. So you write the main sentence, you write the bullet points, small points, and then again the main sentence. This main sentence is in the first paragraph, that is your thesis statement. In the second paragraph, that is your topic sentence. In the third paragraph, that is your topic sentence. In the fourth paragraph, that is your topic sentence. And then conclusion is thesis statement, topic sentence, and conclusion. So this is the outlines, how you can make the outlines. So what I will be discussing today, again, first after the definition, but along with the definition, I should refer to the blunders that I saw in your essays. I almost read all the essays that you wrote, the outlines, the conclusion, the introduction. So number 1 blunder is that very few people, they write it in a literary way, because they may be the students of literature, they may not be the students of literature. And this is the thing that you must join all the groups that we have created. If you are a philosopher or not, but you must know what is philosophy, then you can write on philosophical aspect of your essay writing. Essay is complicated because you have to know everything about something and something about everything. When your essay topic, you have to write philosophically, psychologically, sociologically, anthropologically, historically. You know, you have to write all the aspects of the essay, and then you focus on one. If the essay is personality oriented, like optimism and pessimism, so then you write more psychology. Some people, they are very good in current affairs. So I saw one of their mistake that they were writing every time current affairs, because we speak what we think. Our mind is full of our thoughts, so we represent our thoughts in our words. That is not the way, because if the topic is about philosophy, then you have to write more about philosophy, but you must touch history and sociology and other aspects. So please, this mistake, make your language, and our Edmund and essay group, they have started a very good activity of the figures of speech to make your style literary. You become a literary person. Okay, now analytical, interpretive, reflective kind. Analytical is that when you give your arguments, argumentative, and you analyze the thing and you make the picture clear by dividing the whole into parts. Interpretive is that when you are explaining, explanatory. Reflective is more philosophical, that is more mental, dealing with its subject in a non-technical. Some person said that facts and figures. No facts and figures, please. Non-technical. Essay is literary, that's why it is non-technical. You cannot write, if you are writing on a philosophy, you should not write as a philosopher. You should write as a poet, but use the language of philosophy. Okay, limited means that you are not writing a book. There is a difference between short and limited. Short is on the size, and limited means that you are not explaining everything about the topic. Often unsystematic. Unsystematic means that you can start from the tail and you can start from the end. Now, for example, you are writing on the 1973 Constitution of Pakistan. So, in the 1973 Constitution of Pakistan, I'm not reading your comments, I'm just reading the definition. So, in that, you can give, in the Pakistan affairs or current affairs, you give the background. You start from 1947, then you give the 1956 Constitution, then 1962 Constitution, then you come to 1973 Constitution. This is called systematic. But in essay writing, you can start from 2017 and then you go back to 1973. That is called unsystematic. That is, it is not necessary that you should be systematic. And the last point, which is very important, that is your own language. Your own language. Now I'll be coming to your questions and comments, but I try to explain once again. This is my fourth time that I'm explaining the definition of essay writing. When we don't know definition, so how we can write about that? No facts and figures, then how to prove our arguments are good. Actually, facts and figures you must give, but in literary way. It's a good question. Literary way. In the 1973 Constitution, you cannot write the facts, the dates, and the different parts of the Constitution, different clauses of the Constitution, as you write in a Pakistan Affairs paper. No. You can write the facts and figures. I already gave an example. For example, the population of Pakistan, 220 million people. This is a fact and figure. But when you write in a sociology paper, so you just write that Pakistan is a country with 220 million people. This is the language. But in essay writing, you say a country, the fifth most populous country in the world, have so much human resources, which can be an asset or it may be a liability. So you have written 220 million figure, but the language is literary. The language is figurative. The language is effective. The language is not common language as you write in other papers. In other papers, you cannot become a poet or you cannot become a novel writer. Otherwise, you will not get marks. But here, in the essay paper, you have to be a poet. You have to be a novel writer. You have to be a person with the literary taste and literary language. For example, you cannot write tables, draw tables and maps, geography, and you write those things. No, in the essay, the main focus is on the language, not on the facts and figures. You can write the facts and figures, but those facts and figures will be in a literary way. Okay, aspirant to CSS. I delivered a lecture, and in that I discussed that be a CSP before you are one. Sorry, before you are one. I don't like this word aspirant. Okay, feel yourself to be an officer. Number one. Number two is that outlines major and minor points and body paragraph. So when you write the topic sentence, that is the major part. And now you write the small bullets. So those are the minor points. And then in the body paragraph, you are putting flesh on your topic sentence and on your thesis statement, which was there in the beginning. So own thoughts, that is very important, because I told you people in another lecture that what you write in essay, it should not exist. Even the topic should not exist in the whole universe. You should write a topic which is not known to anybody, a new topic. And in the same time, if you have a topic, for example, the topic is given to you, so this is an opportunity. You are fortunate that you are given a topic, and then you have to write on that topic. So another blunder that I noted, people, they write just their mind. They don't see the topic, demand of the topic. When they see a topic, so their internal prejudices and biases, they come and they just start writing, and then they're writing for 3 hours. That is not the correct way. As I told you, in each body paragraph, you have to read the topic again. Then you can make your topic sentence. Topic sentence is the thesis statement of each paragraph. So there is another question, Yash. Is it necessary to use difficult words? I have, please, the new people, they should focus on my timeline. I have discussed this topic in detail, that words and terms. Maybe a word is for you a word, but for another person that is a term. And for you it is a term, and for another person it is a word. Use terminology. If you are writing on a philosophical topic, so you must know the terminology of philosophy. You must know idealism, realism, psyche, philos, sophia. You must know different philosophies, stoicism. You must know cynicism. These are different terms which become words in philosophy. So use terms, don't use flowery language, flabbergasting type of bombastic language, just to impress the people by your words, by your vocabulary. No, that is a very, very wrong impression. I know one of my friends, Sikandar Rin, he writes very good, but he writes, bombastic words just to impress the other person. That is not correct. So what kind of language is used in Dawn's opinion? Are they helpful? Yes, Muhammad Asad, Dawn is a very good newspaper, but Dawn is not necessarily writing essays. They are writing articles, they are writing editorials, they have their opinion pages. You can get information from those opinion pages, and then you can give it a literary style, then it becomes essay. Essay is basically literary and your own thought. If you exactly copy what Dawn has written, then you will not get marks. If you get information from the Dawn newspaper, and then you write it in your own way, so then that is correct. That is a good approach. So kindly discuss about the books pertaining to the topic. Life is no life without controversy. Why one should not choose the safe haven of conformism? I discussed this topic in my previous lecture. Whenever you have time, so please go on my timeline and essay group. And I have discussed this topic in detail, that if there is no controversy, so there will be no life. There are no books. You cannot read a book Hasiba Adil on one topic of essay. Don't go for books. Just try to understand the essay topic and then write it in your own words. Otherwise, for doing CSS and PMS, you will have to read more than 1 million books. In the CSS syllabus, they have given a list of books. I did not read a single book from that list, a single book, and I did CSS. That is just an idea that if you want to read those books, so it's okay. But some people are lost in the journey and they don't reach the destination. So reading so many books, you are losing yourself. You are not targeting. What is your target? Your target is to be a CSP, a CSS officer. Your target is not to become an intellectual or a philosopher. After CSS, you may read as books as you want. So conformism is a very good thing. What others says and you say, yes, why not? But a critical thinker is never conformist. A critical thinker always asks questions, always challenge. He or she is more analytical, more critical. Ufat Jafri, can we write a story or scenario in essay? Yes, you can write a story, but the whole essay should not be a story. You can refer to a story, especially in narrative essays. When there is narration, when you are going to narrate some event or some incident or accident, so that you can write a story, but you should be a multitasker. At the same time, you are a philosopher, you are a psychologist, you are a historian, you are a sociologist, you are a poet, you are a religious person, you are a spiritual person. At the same time, you are writing the essay. And if there is some storytelling, why not become a storyteller for some time and describe the scene in descriptive essays? If a scene is there, so you can describe that. Okay. Yes. So you have written the Constitution, Sky, peace, seen, sky, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Given Article 2, Pakistan Constitution recognizes free education for all, yet unfortunately a greater proportion of citizens cannot even read their name. Exactly. You unfortunately, unluckily, such words make your essay literary. Don't write it just in barren, that cold, rough kind of language. Okay, Zainab, sir, understanding the topic is one of the main problems. We cannot write because we are not able to understand the topic given. Exactly. Because understanding is important, not knowledge. Understanding is that when you can use your knowledge the way you want, and I call it playing with the knowledge. You can twist the knowledge. You can, do whatever you want, and also use some idioms, some phrasal verbs in your essay, so it will make you more literary. And if you are confused about the topic, you are not 100% clear meaning of the topic, and the topic is appealing to you, it will be suicidal. It will be murdering yourself if you start writing on that topic. Selection of the topic is very much important. That is highly important. Okay, Masood Shah Safi. Sir, once I tried the exam where I was literary, but the problem was outlines. I don't know how to make outlines. Sir, how to convert my ideas to outline? Actually, outlines, I have told you, there is an article you read in the essay group. Outlines is the structure of the essay. if you cannot write outlines, if you cannot give the skeleton, how you will put the flesh on it? Outlines is the written form of your ideas about the topic. An outline is the collection, the totality of your topic sentences. And topic sentence is the most important sentence in each paragraph. And you can call it topic sentence to be your thesis statement. So just by my telling you, you cannot become an expert in essay writing just by listening to me, but I am just trying to sensitize you. Sensitization. Argumentative essays require more beautiful language than descriptive. If we are not writers, should we go for descriptive? Also, if we face content limitation regarding the topic, how should we deal with it? Good question, Waqas Ahmed. Look, don't jump to the conclusions. Who told you that argumentative essays require more beautiful language? Beautiful language means literary language, figurative language, impressive language, rhetorical language, using figures of speech, impressive, persuasive. You make your effect on the reader, affect your language. So it is the requirement of each and every essay. It can be the other way around, that argumentative essays, you have to write more arguments. It is more philosophical. It is more analytical. So maybe the language is not that much important. But in the descriptive, you need more beautiful language in your language. Descriptive should be more beautiful because you are describing a scene. You are describing a scenario. So you must present it in a way that it must be presentable. Presentation is sometimes more important. If we face content limitation, so I told you, know something about everything and everything about something. Please join all the groups. And if your optional subject is philosophy or not, know about philosophy. That is very much important. So Kainat Khan, if you join the essay with Naeem Khan group, the admin, please write the link of the group here. So we have given the other topics. You can read the topics there. I cannot write it here, all the topics. This is Pakistani mind, shortcuts, spoon feeding, guest paper. In CSS, there are no guest papers. That I will give you a list of the topics and you prepare those topics and you go to examination hall and you will become a 17 grade class 1 officer. Out of 26,000, you will become in the top 200. No way, Kainat Khan, I'm sorry to say. But this is a very wrong approach. A very, very wrong approach, what you are asking me. Don't go for the important topics. Master essay writing. And whatever topic is given to you, you should be able to write on it. This is a very, very wrong approach in our Pakistani mentality. Shortcuts. Do you think that I will give you 10 topics and you prepare and then you will go to examination hall and you will get 100 marks out of 100? No. This is really pitiable. Pity. Regarding books is hard work and reading on different topics from different sources is smart work. Exactly, Qureshi. You are right. You are one of my faithful follower. I see from the beginning, for the last 3-4 months, you are very active. And I see CSP in you. Some people I don't know personally, but I feel spiritually. Okay. Now come to Ulfat Jafri. How can I overcome my spelling mistakes? Tomorrow I have a lecture on English language. Some people, they start writing essays and their English language is not up to the mark. So this is a big problem again, Pakistani mentality. Shortcuts. They will be writing essays and they don't know the basics of English language. Essay writing is the most difficult task in this world in writing. So how can you become an essay writer if you have no command on spellings, grammar, the basics? So this question we will discuss tomorrow, this time on my English language lecture. Essay writing is the sublimity. That is the climax. That is the zenith. That is the peak. That is the top. So before reaching the top, please make your base strong. Sir, how can we write any topic with sequence? Sometimes we start writing and then divert to other side. Coherence and cohesiveness. When you understand the format of the essay, introductory paragraph, thesis statement, body paragraphs, topic sentence, conclusion. So how you will be diverted to other sides? Not possible. And my tip for you today, one of the blunders that you people commit, read the topic again after writing each paragraph. Once you are going to start the next paragraph, read the topic again. So you will be not diverted. Okay. So now the next one, Muhammad Asad, how to write a literary analysis. Good. But there's again a difference between literature and essay writing. Literary appreciation is one thing and essay writing is another thing. When we are going to be a poet or a novel writer or a fiction writer, so the language we should use in essay writing, but we should not use exactly what a novelist is writing or a fiction is writing. You should use the figures of speech. Your language should not be literal. Your language should not be literal. What should be your language? Your language should be metaphorical. What is the difference between literal and metaphorical? Please write the difference. What is the difference between literal and metaphorical? Okay, so meanwhile, I'm for your difference between literal and metaphorical. I will be replying to the question of the last question that I see here, that is Arsalan Ali. If you have already asked the questions, you can repeat it. Is opinion matter in checking up papers? No. The people who are checking your CSS or PMS papers, they have gone to these biases and prejudices. They are not prejudiced people. They are not biased people. They are objective people. Whatever you can write, you should write your opinion, but don't go against the state of Pakistan or the constitution of Pakistan, or don't go against humanity, basic human rights. These are some of the parameters. We call it axioms. Axioms. Do you know what is axiom? So if the thing is axiomatic, self-evident truth, if it is a topic that the sun, we see the sun at the daytime, and at the night time there is no sun. So this is called axiom. You cannot go against it. If black is black and white is white. So although some people, more philosophically, they say that black is also white and white is also black. But because there is no light and there is no darkness. Darkness is light and light is darkness. So that is another controversy, another philosophical spirituality. But usually don't go against the self-evident truths. Self-evident truths. Don't go against self-evident truths. Axioms. Otherwise, you can write whatever you want. You will be not punished for your original opinion. Never. Okay, Mariam Jafar. How outlines must be structured? Should it be in the phrases and sentences? Good question. Topic sentence should be a sentence. The major. Minor, that should be phrases. The topic sentence, you write a complete sentence because it is a topic sentence. In each outline, your first line is topic sentence. And then the other points, bullet points, are phrases. And maybe you can write short sentences. There is no hard and fast rule in it, but the topic sentence must be a sentence. So should outlines be phrases or complete? I already answered this question, Suhail Shahwani. Axioms, yeah. So if the thing should not be axiomatic, if it is axiomatic, if it is self-evident, if it is totally clear, you can't go against that. Sir, outline should have complete. I already told, okay. Ayman Khalid, literal as the words are, metaphorical when we have to decipher a meaning which is different from the literal one. Ayman Khalid, yeah, it is good, but you know, literal is the word it is. Okay. For example, when life gives you lemons, make lemonades. If you take lemon and lemonade literally, verbally, each and every word, so this is called literal. And metaphorical, when you take the figurative meaning, idiomatic meaning, the meaning which is not the words, but the meaning which you derive, which is technically we call it connotation. The connotations, implications, the things which are hidden inside the words, that is metaphorical, figurative, idiomatic. So in essay writing, mostly it should be metaphorical, figurative, idiomatic. It should not be literal. It should not be word by word. Word by word, that is literal. This is a religious controversy also. For example, in Quran, there are a lot of metaphorical statements. So Sufis, they take it metaphorically. And Salafis, Wahhabis, they take it literally. So then that is a literalist, and others are Sufis. For example, Yadullahi alal Jum'ah, that the hand of God is on the group. So hand of God, if you take it literally, so it means that God has a hand, like this hand. And if you take the word yad as help or mercy or support, so then that is metaphorical. So this is why there are so many sects in Islam. Some people take it literally and others take it metaphorically. For example, many Muslims, they will take salat to be just a prayer, and other will give it a ritual, which is that particular action that is called salat. So okay, good. I already discussed the outline. It should be in the topic sentence is in sentence, and the other will be in can be in phrases or small sentences. Arsalan Ali, if question came on topic of military courts, my opinion is against military courts, but state decision is opposite. What should be better to follow? My opinion are molding with state opinion. Arsalan Ali, again a very good question. I like such questions. Basically, one should be intelligent. Intelligent means the mental capability of adjustment with available environment. So at that time, when you are writing your essay and you have valid arguments for the existence of military courts, convincing, effective, persuasive arguments that you can persuade the reader in the favor of military courts, go for it. Maybe inside you are boiling and you are like in a big turmoil. Oh my God, I'm writing against my convictions, my beliefs. It should not be like that. But if you have good points in the favor in your thesis statement, when you are writing your thesis statement and you write the topic and then your argument is in the favor of military courts, go for it. This is the safe way. But if you have really, you are convinced that military court is an anathema, it is something very bad, it is something evil, and your body language cannot support you, your pen will be not supporting you, then go against it. You will be not punished, I'm sure. Because many people in Pakistan, they are against it, many political parties. Many, this is not against the state. If you write on a Pakistan that there should be no Pakistan, there should have been no division of India, then yes, that is something very dangerous. That is really something risky. Maybe some Pakistani, they are convinced that there should have been no Pakistan. But in the examination hall, you cannot write it, not at all. Categorically, no. But on military courts, 75% go for the military courts, 25% I will say you can go against it. Faiza Ansari, good. How can we be good writers? Which habit should we develop to improve ourselves regarding essay? Tomorrow I have a topic on writing skills, that how can we become good writers. So be please present there. Your question, the pertinent part is how to improve ourselves regarding essay. So please, in the essay with Naeem Khan group, be participant. Some people tell me, I have joined the group. Joining doesn't mean that you have just clicked and you joined and now you are sleeping somewhere. No, participate, comment, write. Some people may see it, some people may not see it. If you write a very good argument, maybe it catches my attention, his attention, her attention, and maybe some people start a discussion on that. So that is the test of your personality, that you write such a catchy thing. And this is the whole trick in essay writing, that you write, you grab attention of the reader. So how you can become a good essay writer? Please participate, write more and more and more, write. And you have, in the shape of those groups, you have a lot of opportunity that you can write whatever you want. If it is checked or not, forget about that. You mean it is better to be with the status quo? In the examination hall, yes. Arsalan Ali, if you are in the examination hall, so there you must be practical, you must be like intelligent. Don't go against anything which is really important to the state or to the government. But you must have the arguments. But if your pen is not supporting you, then go whatever you want, but don't cross the limits. Crossing the limits, that is then really dangerous. Because if you are, tomorrow you are becoming a bureaucrat, you are becoming an officer. So if you are against the existence of the state, that tomorrow you will be a public administrator, you will be part of the governance, you will be part of the state machinery, and you are against the state, so maybe you have problems in the psychological tests, that you are not fit for the job. Be philosopher, be an analytical person in your private life, but when you come to the public, so try to be moderate. Okay, so now this is the last 5 minutes I have in this lecture. If you have some good questions, so please ask. I discussed the outlines, I discussed the blunders, that we don't write in a literary style, we don't read the topic again, we must read the topic, and we should not feel shy in doing comments in the social media, in my groups or anywhere, but write. Be a good writer. And again, I am, I love this movie, so I'm obsessed with it. Name of the movie is The Circle. Watch this movie, The Circle. Any writer whose style you epitomize to follow in essay. Don't follow anybody's style. Arsalan Ali. Make your own style. This is the problem in essay, that people follow other people. Don't follow nobody, because essay means your own writing. So if it means your own writing, so how you can follow somebody else? There is a book written by a CSP, contemporary essays, and some people did chapa. उन्होंने जो है ना एग्जैक्टली वही चीज लिखा जो उस बुक में लिखा हुआ है एग्जामिनेशन में, और सारे लोग फेल हो गए. कुछ लोगों से मैं मिला हूं, उन्होंने वही कुछ लिखा है जो उस बुक में लिखा है. लोगों के जहन में ये आता है कि भाई सीएसपी ने लिखा है तो कोई बड़ी अच्छी किताब होगी और मैं भी उसी तरह लिखूंगा तो मुझे भी मार्क्स मिलेंगे. तो ये बहुत ही गलत बात है, क्योंकि इसे लिखना जो है ये बहुत ही बड़ी टैलेंट का नाम है, और वो टैलेंट जो है वो आपका अपना होता है, वो किसी और से आप नहीं ले सकते. Okay, now coming to some topics to give you some practical examples. Let's open CSS essay, CSS essay 2016 paper. Okay, can you write the first topic? What was in 2016? What is the first topic? The first topic is, okay, Shahbaz Mughal, what you say? Some teachers say that one should write short sentences in essay. Is it good, sir? No, it is not good. It is bad, because you cannot control these things in a structured way. Sometimes you can write a short sentence, sometimes you write long sentence. Variety is the spice of life. Don't go for those people who tell you absolute things. Write only short sentences. This is a very, very wrong approach. And if you say only write long sentences, again it is wrong. Mixed, depends. If your thought is very profound, a deep thought, so you need a complex sentence. And if your thought is easy one, day to day, so then you write a short sentence. Don't go for these, some people, they're magicians. I have seen people, they will be making a video and they will be telling you, okay, you do this thing and you do this thing, and so they will be covering the whole syllabus to you in 5 minutes. Impossible. This is why we have so many casualties in CSS. A very, very wrong approach. Selling their products in a marketing way and misleading people. This is really something, must be discouraged. Okay, so who can write the first topic? World as a global village, learning to live together. World as a global village, learning to live together. Zishan Haider, thank you. Hassan Raza Rizvi, forget about the Dawn newspaper. Tomorrow we have a session on Dawn, how to read newspapers. Now come, please, all of you focus on this one topic. World as a global village, learning to live together. What should be the introductory paragraph of this topic? World as a global village, learning to live together. I already told you Ehsanullah Mansoor knows something about everything and everything about something. Otherwise, you will be failed. No way, no shortcuts. You must know what is philosophy, what is psychology, what is sociology, what is history. If these are your optional subjects or not, but you must have basic ideas of every branch of knowledge. Then you can be a good essay writer. So world is a global village, learning to live together. If this is your topic, so the first challenge is writing introductory paragraph. So you start your introductory paragraph by making sentences. Don't copy me. You can make your own sentences, but you can say that gone are the days that the people would not know that there exists a new world, and when Columbus reached today's United States, and he called it India. Now, because of the revolutionary changes in information technology, internet, transportation, and other communication facilities, the whole world is like small village where everybody knows each other. So this will be your introductory sentences. Now, top thesis statement. What should be the thesis statement of this essay, for example? So thesis statement is this topic in your own words plus your argument. Now you have to decide that whether you go against this topic or you are in the favor of this topic. Here is the challenge in thesis statement. You can write, in your introductory sentences that many people also argue that still nationalism, realism, realpolitik, protectionism is a reality, and the world is not yet a global village. If today you are writing, so you can say people like Trump calls us that the world is not yet a global village. So you are against the topic and you are in the favor of the topic. Now you have to decide in the thesis statement that you are in the globalization or you are against globalization. So if you are in the favor of, I will be in the favor of globalization. So I will say that today's world is like a village, but we must know how to live together, because still there are cultural, linguistic, racial, economic, and other differences. So tolerance must be the need of the hour. In this topic is not about globalization. This is more about tolerance. Please try to understand this thing. This topic is not about globalization. This topic is about tolerance. Many people commit this mistake that when they see global village, they start on globalization, writing and writing and writing. Learning to live together. This part is more important than the first part. Now you have a thesis statement. So you start your body paragraphs, and then you write about globalization, you write about industrialization, you write about communication technology, you write about aeroplanes, you write about internet, you write about holograms, you write about, but in a literary way. Pluralism, exactly, Arsalan Ali. Pluralism, tolerance, living together, understanding each other. Variety is the spice of life. These are idioms. Variety is the spice of life. If there is no variety, if the whole world becomes like robots, so then there will be no, if all of us become mechanical entities, so there will be no charm in this life. So still variety must continue. This is topic number 1. Now write topic number 2. We have to learn to be our own best friend, because we fall top easily into the trap of being our own worst enemies. Who will write this topic? Write the topic. Topic number 2. We have to learn to be our own best friend, because we fall top easily into the trap of being our own worst enemies. So now this is, Sohail, thank you. This is a philosophical topic, and this is a psychological topic. The first topic was more international relations, sociology, globalization, global studies. Now this topic is more philosophy, more psychology, but you have to give it touches from different angles. Like there is a philosophy which is called egoism. You must know egoism, altruism, utilitarianism. If you know these 3 philosophies, then you will be a very good writer on this topic. Otherwise, don't touch it. I have no time, so I'll be just touching the topics now. Water crisis and national unity. This topic is about Pakistan affairs, current affairs, maybe a little geography, maybe geology, national integration, which is more sociology. So water crisis, Kalabagh Dam. You have to refer that if the people of Sindh and KP and Punjab, if they have different opinions on the distribution of water and construction of new dams, so give it a literary touch and you make a very good essay. But don't take it as an easy subject. It's a very difficult topic, not easy. The place of Urdu in Pakistan and Supreme Court's ruling on making Urdu the official language of the country. You can be in the favor of this topic, you can be against this topic. If you are in the favor, so you can say that each nation needs a national language, an official language. Why not we? Crisis of good governance in Pakistan, need for reforms and institution building. Again, this is a topic related to governance, public administration, political science, current affairs, Pakistan affairs. You can put some philosophy and psychology, and then you can discuss sociology, because institution building is also from sociology. Promotion of tax culture in Pakistan, perspective, prospects, and challenges. Please try to understand that this topic is highly technical, but you have to write it in a non-technical way, in a literary way. So maybe you can avoid this topic, because otherwise it is quite difficult. And focus on each and every word. Tax, culture, Pakistan, perspective, prospects, and challenges. Each word is a word in itself. Gender equality is a myth. You can be against this topic. Religion and other can give you a lot of arguments. And you can be in the favor of this topic, that it is not a myth. It is now a reality, because in a country like Canada, United States, women are truck drivers. So how we can call it a myth? The creation of new province in Pakistan, implications for an integrated country. Again, political science, current affairs, Pakistan affairs, and a lot of knowledge you need about Southern Punjab, administrative reasons, political reasons. Does foreign aid help to achieve economic stability? Yes, if you can utilize it in a proper way. Frailty, thy name is women. I have already discussed this topic, these topics in my another lecture. So thank you very much for joining. This was my 5th lecture on essay writing. Please read and my comments, listen to the other lectures, so you have a comprehensive idea how to write essay and how to become a good essay writer. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. I will be discussing Islamic studies, AM in Pakistan, and then at the afternoon time we will be discussing a lot of other subjects, especially English language. Thank you.